thought it was Bill O'Reilly.
And people can hear you. I love it. Hey guys, we are here. This is a panel show, but we're, whatever. I'm Isaac with Fun Football Podcast, and we've got a lot of stuff planned tonight, but we're going to go for about an hour before Chargers and Chiefs. But again, I'm Isaac with Fun Football Pod. I got Med. He's not even Shots from the Sideline anymore. He's just Med.
I'm just
Hi, Med. Hi, just
Hi.
Med. You should put just Med. I'd love it. And we got Nick, Roll Coverage.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good, man.
Sorry, I was late, guys. I apologize. F it, we're going live. A train stalled me on the way home. So I got my chores done, though. I got the water, gallons of water I had to get, so the wife can't say anything. But, all right, here's what we got planned for you guys tonight. We're going to talk about that crazy Cowboys-Eagles game. We're going to preview Chargers-Chiefs. If we have time, I think it'd be fun to do some award predictions. But we also are going to quickly give you guys our each division. We're going to give you guys our predictions on who's going to win so we can revisit it in December. Oh, yeah. But really quick, thank you to Undefeated Live. He's coming on next week. That's one of my sponsors. He's got trivia contests and a weekly pick'em and a season-long pick'em. It's a free app, Undefeated Live. Just sign up using code FunFootballPod, or heck, just sign up and compete against me. And Sport Coin, world's first digitalized sport coin. Yes. What is that? Oh, there we go. We should talk about the Panthers, I think. What an exciting time to examine the Panthers' upcoming season. I wonder if they're here for you, Nick.
No, I talked with Arno for a little bit today, dude. Panthers are screwed. Bet the Jaguars.
And then you can see Undefeated Live on the bottom. And then Sportcoin 1 on Twitter. They're on Deck Screener. Okay, sponsors are done. We've got a little under an hour. I think we got to talk Cowboys-Eagles really quick. I'm wearing the jersey.
Yep.
I was not that impressed with the Eagles. I've got a lot of thoughts on that.
I thought the opposite.
If that's the way they're going to play this season without urgency, I don't see them repeating, but I don't want to take too much away from just week one. They started slow last year. But this is that hunger element that's really difficult to repeat. The Chiefs were missing it last year after the back-to-back. The Eagles secondary looked vulnerable. Their run defense without Carter looked very vulnerable. That was a dumb decision. But I thought the Eagles mostly had their way with them. And if CeeDee Lamb could just hold on to the ball, or Miles Sanders, I think they win the game. Med, what you think?
Well, I mean, first off, your best defensive player in front should not sit on the court before the game starts. I mean,
that's true. That's a momentum shifter. It's like you're expecting to roll with the guy, and then he spits on the other team's quarterback. Not the best look.
Kind of. And I mean, when I was kind of late to watch the game because I had stuff going on and everything, and then my chat group was blowing up, and they're like, I can't believe it. This dude is dumb as F. And I was sitting there, I'm like, what are they talking about? And then later on, I saw the video of it, and I was like, oh, wow. Mm-hmm. So, they might be losing him for a few more games, but overall, I was actually, it's hard for me to really say this, but I was kind of impressed with how the Cowboys, I was expecting a blowout. And they were actually able to bring it despite losing a major piece with Parsons going up to Green Bay. But I was actually pretty impressed with the way that the Cowboys played in this game.
Me too. I kind of was starting to wonder before the game if it was going to be a close one just because of how the Cowboys play people. And they do have weapons. And then Javonte Williams looked pretty solid. And I think part of that's Jalen Carter being out, but he looked more than competent, honestly. I sat him in fantasy and I paid the price. Nick, what did you think of the game? You said you thought the Eagles were good. I thought the
exact opposite of everything you guys just said.
You were super impressed with Philly.
I was impressed with Philly. They won this game without Jalen Carter. They won this game having, I think, going into or in the middle of the third quarter, had over 10 penalties for over 100 yards. Mm-hmm. So that's literally the only reason why those two factors are the only reason why the Cowboys were in that game. If those two things are flipped and Philly's in their normal form where they're not giving you these stupid ticky-tack penalties, kind of the concern that the Carolina Panthers are going through. And then on top of losing Jalen Carter to a very stupid thing, but losing him nonetheless, that's not going to be the case. He's going to be healthy all year. Jalen Carter is arguably one of the biggest reasons why they won the Super Bowl. I mean, they didn't even have to blitz because the dude was on the thing. So, yes, this is one little flub, but I think this is exactly the reason why you don't go 100% in on the first game, because if you're ignoring all of those factors, then you're just saying, oh, man, they just couldn't handle what? The only person on offense that could do anything for the Cowboys besides that one crazy run by, I think it was Miles Sanders, is CeeDee Lamb. And for the most part, CeeDee Lamb, didn't lose them the game.
He cooked them, though.
I mean, he cooked them, and the only reason why, again, it was close was because of the no Jalen Carter and the penalties. In a normal Eagles game, in 95% of the Eagles games, those penalties don't happen. There is a Jalen Carter, and they will roll. So I genuinely think the Eagles are being slept on for this first game. I think that CeeDee's going to have to cook for Dallas to win any game, period. So I don't think that's a factor.
The Eagles last year. I think this is the Eagles last year. I don't know if this is the same Eagles team. It's not. They've lost
better because Jahad Campbell was the highest rated rookie.
Okay, it might be better, but the hunger element, that was the thing that looked gone to me. I didn't see, other than Jalen Hurts running around, they didn't. I mean, seriously, I'm looking at the stats right now. Saquon didn't even.
Why go balls out when you don't need to?
I think that's fair.
They played to Dallas's level.
Cooking Eagles is not legal. That's funny. They did, but that's a problem. They started this way last year, so I'm going to wait a few games. But this was something that looked off with the Chiefs last year, even though they kept winning close games. You could just tell the Chiefs' ceiling was lower than it was the previous two seasons, and it showed in the playoffs. They barely squeaked by Buffalo. They didn't even play that inspired against Houston, and then they got smoked in the Super Bowl. They just weren't as good. I don't know enough information yet, but that's not the same Eagles team I saw in December and January. They didn't look, unless Dallas is some surprising world beater, which I don't think they are. I think they win like 7 games. I didn't see the same Eagles team, but they did start 2-2 last year and then rolled and only lost one more game when Jalen Hurts got hurt the rest of the freaking way. So I'm going to give it a month because I hate to overreact to a weird season opener with a weather delay, but
I'll give you a crazy stat for it then.
What you got?
Okay, last night they had 9 penalties for 110 yards. There's not a single game in 2024 that they gave over 91 yards, and they actually gave up in one of the games 10 penalties. So they were more penalized than any game last year.
Can you go back to 2023? Because I feel like this is a Nick Sirianni thing. They just locked in last year. They've been even though they've made the playoffs under Sirianni, they were a hot mess the year before.
So no, to be honest, that would still stand. There's one game where they had 11 penalties for 81 yards against the Commanders, but they don't have any where they have more than 100. Their highest one is 98 yards.
Okay. They've been a super streaky team under Sirianni. They made the Super Bowl a few years ago. Then they started 10-1. Then they fell off the face of the earth. Almost got Sirianni not fired, but there was some calls for it when they just fell off and went 1-6 in 23. And then last year they go on a run after starting 2-2 and won the Super Bowl. So they're either a really hot team or a really cold team the last couple of years. I'm just curious if we're going to see some of that this year. They might start not super strong, and then like you said, they kind of thought they'd just roll the Cowboys and then get going. So
remember the Eagles Commanders game last year where it was 36-33?
Yeah, that was the one where Jalen Hurts got hurt and the Commanders barely stuck it out. Yeah, I remember.
They had 10 penalties for 91 yards, the most of all season. So they averaged 40 to 45 yards and penalties every game.
Well, it was also that Pickens play that added a lot. It was 30 or 40 yards for that PI. So that was a huge one. I mean, Pickens, it just doesn't show on the stat sheet. He only had 3 catches for 30 yards, but I think that was a 40-yard play that he drew there. And then honestly, the Cowboys kind of beat themselves. CeeDee Lamb couldn't catch the ball and the Miles Sanders fumble, but good teams like the Eagles don't make those mistakes. Exactly. The Cowboys do. They're not going to beat themselves. So, Matt, any more thoughts on Cowboys Eagles before I want to talk a little Chiefs Chargers and then get into more week 1 and season stuff?
No, I'm good to go.
And by the way, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I don't have you locked in for any shows for 3 weeks, so you get a rest.
Oh yeah.
Unless, I'd love to bring you on.
We got to take him off AR or IR.
Well, I've got Art coming on next Friday and nobody else currently. I asked Peter, so if you want to, but I have a Packer panel on Tuesday, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
This guy called the Power Sweep. If you Google him,
I've heard of him.
Check
Yeah.
out the show. It's pretty good. And then Sounds Gouda. So that'll be fun.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. So Nick, I like your points though. The penalty thing is a really good point. All right, let's talk Chiefs Chargers. Starts in like, I don't know, an hour. What do you guys think of this game? It's in Brazil. The Packers Eagles game is the only one we have in Brazil to like draw any evidence from. And that was a weird game last year. What are you thinking here? Who wins the line? Any thoughts on this game? We can talk about it for a little bit. What do y'all
Chiefs
think?
by 10.
Ooh.
I think the Chiefs are back to shelling people. I think that this pre-Rushy Rice is going to be let's go figure out what we have. I still think Isaiah Pacheco is a really good one. They bring back Kareem Hunt. I mean, you bring back a lot of the guys in the defense. You pay Karl Loftus. Mahomes is healthy. I mean, what can you hope? And you know what? T Swizzle might be there. So you know what? We got the Swift effect for Travis Kelce. So, probably going to score a touchdown.
I like it. By the way, people, I know I'm way earlier than normal. It's because I didn't want to battle the NFL tonight. So,
yeah, that's a key thing.
Yeah, they messed with my my mojo. I'm not very happy about it. The T Swizzle, I think, yeah, that'd be interesting if she was there. I want to see if the Chargers are even going to be. I don't know how to say this.
They don't have Rashawn Slater. They're left.
Yeah, are they going to be as good as last year? That division is. I don't know about the Chiefs. I think they're going to be really good. But the Broncos look like they could take a step forward. They could. That defense looks legit. I
trust Patrick Mahomes more than I trust Bo Nix.
At the moment, yeah, I agree.
Well, we could talk about that later.
I think this is a game Harbaugh really needs to prove that the Chargers are for real in not only the AFC West but the AFC. They were solid last year. They were really good on defense. They ran the ball effectively, but they just didn't have enough receiving weapons for Herbert other than Ladd McConkey. They brought back Keenan Allen. They drafted Trey Harris. They got rid of their tight end. They brought in Omarion Hampton. They restocked the team. I question if they've done enough, though. Keenan Allen's getting up there. Med knows. Med, what's your thoughts on this one?
I think that I kind of do agree with what Nick was saying. I don't think I'll go with a full 10 points. I think I'll go with about 5 or 6. But I think that the gap has definitely changed. I think that Jim Harbaugh, with what he's been doing, I wasn't really surprised when everyone was like, "Oh man, they're great again." No, he knows how to use his talent that he is given. He proved that when he was at San Francisco, and they went from perennial loser to Super Bowl contender in the first year that he was there. He ain't going to have the same kind of turnaround as he is in this division. You look at this division, it's by far probably the best coached division in the NFL right now with Andy Reid, Pete Carroll, Sean Payton, and, him. So, and Jim Harbaugh. So, this is going to be, it's going to be a slugfest because Jim's going to sit there. They're going to run the ball. Mm-hmm. And what it'll be is, you got some key matchups with Ladd McConkey going up against McDuffie. And, I kind of want to see what happens with if they're going to actually try to utilize Xavier Worthy's speed on the outside. The dude has hands, and I loved him when he was at Texas, and they lucked out in getting that young man. So, maybe they'll go Tyreek Hill 2.0 with him. So
that'd be interesting, right?
Yep. Plus, right now they're rolling out Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith, Tyquan Thornton. So you got guys for sure.
Oh, for sure. I'm interested. I'm really interested in this game. Like, this is going to be a fun one. I want to see. I want to see the Chiefs defense. It was a little susceptible against the pass last year. They just weren't the same team. I want to see if they have that hunger back, because that hunger thing in any sport, the NBA, the NFL, it's real. That's what I thought was missing with Philly. Not every player. Hurts brought it. Barkley made a few plays, but the defense locked down in the second half. But the Chiefs were missing that last year to me. They got lucky to get to 15-2. They could have even gone 16-1. They were lucky. They squeaked by in the playoffs. I want to see, Nick, I've heard about Mahomes slinging it. I want to see if we see that this year. I want to see if they have the weapons. It looks like the receiver room's a little bit better. I don't know about the running backs. I just don't believe in Pacheco. Pacheco looks like me and Matt have said this. He looks like a modern day Marion Barber. I just don't know if his body's going to hold up. And they don't have another dude that I'm huge on. I think that's going to be their next move is to resupply the running back room if Pacheco is hurt again, because Kareem Hunt just doesn't have it anymore. And they don't have anybody else inspiring. So, yeah. And the other question for me is, I've talked about this, is Travis Kelce still that guy? Because when he was just barely still it 2 years ago in the playoffs, but he made a move on Fred Warner in the Super Bowl that he just couldn't do last year when he shook him. And it was just a really smart veteran move. And he just had enough left in the tank to pull that off, but he was struggling to get open. That was 2 years ago. Last year in the playoffs, he was a shell. People said he was sick in the Super Bowl. I don't care. He didn't look great before that in the playoffs or the regular season. He's 30. He's going to be 36. Age happens to everybody. When he's not the elite Travis Kelce, they don't have a guy on that offense if Rice isn't there. And that's what I think is going to knock the Chiefs from getting to the Super Bowl this year. What do you guys think about Travis Kelce?
I'll let Meg go first on this one.
I think that he should have retired after the Super Bowl. I mean, you could
I
tell
agree.
that he was just not there. And, he had a great career. I consider him easily. In some cases, he can make the argument of being the greatest tight end of all time. He's definitely in the top three. But, I mean, he's going to get his catches. He's going to get 100 receptions, but it's just that his body is finally taking its toll. I mean, he's 34, 35 years old now. And, the little 5-yard button hook that he always used to do to, fall forward for about 5 more yards. I mean, I think he just, this is it. This is his swan song.
I think so too.
He's about to get married to a billionaire. So, I mean,
and a hottie.
I mean, darn.
Oh, bummer. Oh, shucks. I feel so bad. I mean, he's going to keep doing the show with his brother. It's a really good podcast, and it happens to everybody. I could be wrong. He might have one more season in the tank, and he's still probably going to get at least 700-800 yards. That's just the Travis Kelce from even just 3 years ago. That's a major drop off. And like you guys saw when Tyreek Hill left, the reason they were able to sustain was because Kelce was still that dude. I don't know where Rashee Rice is going to be in 6 games when he comes back. I liked what I saw from Worthy at the end of last year, but I don't know if they have that guy. It's the same question I have for the Packers, but for the Chiefs, it's more significant because they don't have a Josh Jacobs. They don't have that running back. So you're really starting to put a lot of pressure on Mahomes. You saw it last year. His stats dipped. Fantasy-wise, Nick, what was he? The QB, 11, 12?
Who Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fell off, but fell off, but still top 10.
Yeah, he was like 10th, 11th, but that's because the support isn't there. So that's what my biggest question mark is. But in a game like this, I still think even without that support, the defense is still solid. I think they can squeak this one out. I think score-wise, what's you guys' predictions on this one?
I'm going to go 20.
No, go ahead, man.
I'm going to go Chiefs 27,
Let's
Chargers 21.
I like it. I'll go 24-20 Chiefs. Just under on the points.
31-17.
Chiefs?
Yeah.
We're going to find out if Marion Hampton, how good
Snake
he
show.
is. That's one of my curious things, and Trey Harris. But all right. Okay, so I have a lot of directions I want to take this, but I want to toss a little fantasy in a little bit. But what I wanted to do, Med wanted to do this too. What we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is I want to quickly, because we only have already 5 to 15 minutes before the game starts, because it's probably like 8:15 start Eastern. I want to run through the divisions, quickly give our records and some thoughts on the teams and rank them. Me and Med sort of already did the NFC North, but I want to run through all 8. And so maybe we have some time for some playoff predictions and some awards predictions. So that's what the rest of the show is going to be. So hopefully you guys stick with us and drop your thoughts on it. I know not as many people are watching because I'm almost 2 hours early. I understand. All right. Which division y'all want to start with? Let's do NFC. You guys want to do the North, South, East, West? West? All right.
West is fine. Wherever you
Let's
want to
do
go.
it. Okay, NFC West, you got the LA Rams, who won it last year. You got the Arizona Cardinals, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Seattle Seahawks. Well, Nick, what are your thoughts? What you think?
My only question with this division is Matthew Stafford's back. Because genuinely, I think the Rams defense this year is going to be good enough to win a Super Bowl. They already were so good last year with the defensive player of the year and Jared Verse. Like, dude was pretty much ready to go. I don't know about the Cardinals. Cardinals are going to win this week, probably going to win next week, but I don't know about division wise. I am probably going to pick still the 49ers to win this division. I do think that the return of Robert Saleh is something. Shanahan really doesn't have to worry about that defense anymore. Yes, there's some injuries, but I genuinely feel like they're back. If it's not them, it's the Rams. And then I think Arizona takes a step ahead of Seattle. I think that the Sam Darnold JSN experiment isn't what people think it is yet, and Seattle takes the step back, and Arizona is finally able to beat them, mainly because, I mean, they're going to start off 2-0. So Arizona is going to feel like they're on top of the world.
That's true. In this one, the injured CMC, I think
he's not actually injured though. If you saw, they put out a video of him doing lunges or something this morning, and everything looked fine. And that was after he had announced his injury.
Yeah, but my question mark is, it was the same injuries last year. Do you think he's going to hold up for the season? Is my question.
Yeah, he'll hold up. I mean, to be honest, you don't need him the whole. He's not going to be the only thing you need on the offensive side of the ball. You still have George Kittle. Ricky Pearsall is ready to go. You still have Jawan Jennings. Ayuk's going to come back after 6 games. You do have running back 2s and 3s there. There's enough there and ready to go. And not just that, but again, the defense is going to be good enough that they're going to keep them in games.
That's my question. I feel like they've lost so much on the defensive side of the ball, and the offense isn't what it was. I could still see this team being a playoff team. I just don't think they're a contender anymore, Nick. I think the ship has sailed on them getting to a Super Bowl. I love Brock Purdy.
They have
Kittle's still great.
Schedule in
they
the
do.
NFL.
They do. They could roll to like 10, 11 wins. I just don't think they're going to challenge the Phillies, the Detroits, the Rams, the Green Bays. Oh, yes, I'm tossing them in there. And maybe the Bucks of the world. I consider them a playoff team, maybe, but I don't see them going to a Super Bowl.
That's why I could see one of the LA teams winning this division. It's not going to be Seattle. It's not going to be Arizona.
Yeah. So the LA Rams.
Or, I'm sorry, California teams, I mean.
Okay. I was like the LA teams. So the way you said that was hilarious. That was like one of the LA teams. So the Rams.
I was saying the Chargers are in the division. That's the other one.
Oh no, you're good. That's kind of what I thought you were thinking. I think, I would lean those two teams. I'm not a believer in the Sam Darnold effect. Like, I like JSN, I really do, but I got to see Torrey Horton actually. He looked like he could be last year, but I'm hearing all this smoke about Torrey Horton. He was a 5th round pick. They're gonna need him because Cooper Kupp. I'm gonna be shocked if he gets to 1,000 yards again. I don't believe in the running backs with the offensive line. I like the D. It was solid last year, but I don't think the D is good enough to carry Sam Darnold. You saw him fall even with weapons at the end of last year. That was with the best support system in the NFL.
Yep.
Med, I know you agree. What do you think on Darnold?
I don't buy in them. I mean, it's, you already talked about it. They had the best and arguably probably the best receiving core in the NFL with Justin Jefferson, Addison, TJ Hawkinson, just name 3 of the big targets that they have over there. But you look at what, he has over in Seattle now. I mean, it's a mess. There's no what's their identity on offense? What's their, we know what they have on defense, but we don't know exactly what they want to do on offense. I mean, they got Kenneth Walker III over there. They got Jackson Smith and Njimba. I mean, they got players and they can do what they want to, but I mean, you kind of just want to sit there and be like, okay, what are they going to do? Because they've been accumulating this talent. I was waiting for them to actually kick the door down last year. They did not. Geno Smith goes down to Las Vegas. Sam Darnold comes over on a huge contract from Minnesota. And, he had a great year. He was a great story last year. But what is he going to do this year? And, is he going to be that same guy that just lit it up in Minnesota? Or is he going to be a guy that was seeing ghosts over in New York? That's the big question. And, if he has the proper support, then he'll be okay at best. But I just don't see Seattle doing much. I have them actually as my third team in the NFC West.
I can't blame
see
you,
that.
dude.
I actually have them as fourth because I think the Cardinals are going to be even better.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Hey, that Cardinals defense, sneaky. Very sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think the Cardinals' defensive line could be really good. It comes down to Kyler Murray and how he's going to finish the season. Can Connor hold up? But they have Trey Benson behind him. Marvin Harrison. But Marvin Harrison, I think less about him and if Kyler Murray can hold up for the season and be a pro. I don't trust him down the stretch. But they have enough talent on that team. I think they could get to 8-9 wins. I think, like you guys do, I think it's going to be the Rams if Stafford holds up. But the Rams and 49ers don't stay healthy, the Cardinals could sneak up and steal the division at 9-10 wins. It just depends on health. It really does.
I genuinely think the 49ers will meet them at 9-10 wins.
I think so too. I'm going to go Rams at, let's just assume Stafford's healthy. Rams, I'm going to say I really like what they did on offense. I'm going to put them at 12-5. I think I upped my prediction a little bit. I'm going to go 49ers. I'm flipping this from what I did a few weeks ago. I'm going to go 49ers at 10-7, Cardinals at 9-8, and the Seahawks, I just don't buy it. 6-11.
I have the Rams going 11-6, the Cardinals going 9-7, the Seahawks going 7-10, and the 49ers, because of all their health history, 6-11.
Man, it's not far from last year. So wait, so Cardinals, you said 9-7. You mean 9-8 or 10-7?
Oh, I mean 9-8. Yeah, sorry.
9-8. No, you're good. You're good. I know the 17 games throws me off too. Good predictions, man. Nick, what you got?
It's gonna be really hard for me to do mental math. So I'm just gonna do
just say wins. That's fine.
It's too late for me to figure out the whole math of it, but it's gonna be Rams 11, 49ers 10, Arizona's gonna be at 8, Seattle's gonna be at 6.
That's almost what I did. Good call. Both of you guys. I like it.
I think the two California teams will be able to be in the playoffs for sure.
So here's a question that you should write down that we all have is what is Sam Darnold going to do this year? And we'll look back at it when we come back to this in December.
So if he's under 24 touchdowns and has like 18 picks, then we know he's probably not the guy.
Was he worth the contract, basically?
Oh, I mean, they did draft Milroe. Maybe he gets some run in the future. Who knows? Okay, let's do the South because that's I think an easy division. It's really only 2 teams. Well, okay.
No, it's 2 teams.
We can talk about Carolina.
It's really just one team.
I think the Saints might be the worst team in the NFL. I've got them at 2 or 3 wins. Like legit, somebody's gonna have to make an argument for me otherwise. Olave is like Tua Tagovailoa, however you say his name. He's like 1 concussion away from not playing. I don't mind Shaheed. Kamara's getting up there. Their cap sheet is so unbalanced. They've had to let guys go on defense. Legitimately, I think they're in contention for the number 1 pick, the Saints. You guys,
yeah.
Darnold season incoming. We'll see. Okay, the third team I think is Carolina. I think if Bryce is good,
firmly third.
I agree. They could get to 7-8 wins,
but third.
I'll disable your argument. Whatever you're about to build, I'm going to burn that castle down.
Well, it depends on the running game. If Donald and Hubbard can sustain the running game, and is Tet going to be a 1? I don't see another receiver.
3 of 5 offensive linemen were just on the injury report.
There you go. That's a good way to start the season. And the defense was not special last year, so
I think it's going to flip, just like it always does. One year the defense will be decent, the offense will suck, and vice versa. Yeah. This year's a defensive year. The defense is going to do better. I genuinely feel like they've got so much on that side, and especially interior defensive line. It's going to be really hard to run on Carolina. But the problem is you're going to be able to bomb them. And I think the bigger problem, yes, Tet is going to be a 1. Xavier's going to be able to put up numbers, and hopefully Bryce can do it. It's just going to be, can Bryce get him the ball? Can Bryce get them the ball? Does he have enough time to actually do it? And like I said, my official prediction is that the Jags win this first game. Arizona is going to come out of a New Orleans win because New Orleans is benching half of their offense anyways. And then we're going to come into a team, down 2-0. It's going to be a crazy year for sure. There's a scenario where this team goes into Dallas in week 6 down 5 games already.
True. it's kind of like Tennessee, where their defense was really strong last year, but the offense, the running game wasn't. And I kind of think even though I like some of the pieces on D, I think Tennessee could do that same type of thing. Some of the weaker teams do that. Like one side really picks up the slack. And I like some of the talent on Tennessee's defense, but I think their offense will be better with Cam. We'll see though. They got a tough freaking week 1 against Denver. I do want to try to zip through the divisions a little quicker because I kind of want to hit some of these week 1 games, but I'll go faster. I think so. So I got New Orleans at, let's say, 2 wins. I got Carolina at 7. I think Tampa wins the division. I'm going to go 11, and I'm going to go Atlanta at Penix. It's a tough team. I'm going to go 9 wins for Atlanta.
Well, I went with the Bucks winning the division. I have them going with 12 wins because the rest of the division is just not there. Basically, it's sad for both South divisions and both conferences. So the Falcons, Penix, we'll see what he can do. Drake London's going to probably look amazing for fantasy owners. If you have Drake London, go ahead and pop the cork and celebrate. But they're going to only have 8 wins this year. Carolina comes in at 6 wins, which I think is right on par with the progress that they are actually making and everything like that. Yeah. And the Saints, if Arch Manning figures it out, you might have Arch Manning, the future starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, where he can follow his pappy's shoes.
If he figures it out.
Jesus, all that sounds terrible for everybody involved. I'm going to go 12-win Bucks, 10-win Atlanta, both go to the playoffs. I'm going to go Carolina wins 5 games, so we just repeat the same as last year.
Ouch, buddy.
And the Saints win 3 games.
You can't say you're not realistic about your team, though. I appreciate that. I've talked to some Cowboys fans recently who tell me they're better off without Micah Parsons, that he couldn't stop the run, and that would have mattered in last night's game. And I say shame on you because Jalen Hurts was running all over him. So.
Yeah, the whole Micah Parsons thing is crazy.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so you're better off without your best player. I mean, that's why Cowboys fans lose. They deserve it. Speaking of them, let's just hit it. NFC East. I actually think there's a scenario where the Giants maybe finish above Dallas, but I just don't trust the offense yet. So I got the Giants finishing. I don't like it. I like the defensive line and Neighbors. I don't know about Scatterbo in the running game. I don't know about the QBs. We'll see about Dart. I'll be nice and give them 4 wins.
Scatterbo?
Yeah, Well, I don't know if he's fast enough.
Well,
I don't believe in Scatterbo at all.
Exactly. I don't know.
0 faith.
Well, he's got the short-term speed. Yeah, that's what I see. A quick fullback. That's probably what he is. So if you don't have a running back, because Tracy, all you got is Malik Neighbors on offense, because I don't know why they went out and paid one of the receivers, Slayton, because he's been trash. So you've got Malik Neighbors on offense. You got one guy. And then you got a defensive line. How many wins is that? I don't know. 4?
I said
5. That's fair.
That's being optimistic.
No,
too.
New York. They got a stacked defensive line and Malik Neighbors. Yeah, I'll go 5 with you guys.
I'm going to wait too long to play Jackson Dart.
People are going to hate me on this. I don't care. Dallas at 6 wins. I don't see the defense. They did play decent last night. I could be wrong, but
Dallas 8.
I have 8 wins.
They got a tough schedule. Yeah, I almost went 7, but. So they're over and under 7.5. You guys went over. I went under. I could see 7, but I got Washington at 10, and I'm going to go Philly at 12.
11 and 13.
Cool.
Oh God,
it's a tough. Philly's got a tough schedule. Games. They got a tough schedule.
I think the Eagles win. I don't care. That defense is going to roll. And I think the Commanders win 10 games.
So you were where I was there. Yeah, I went 12. That's still over. I think they're at 11. But their next few games, they got KC, they got the Rams, they got the Bucks, they got the Broncos, then the Giants, then the Vikings. I mean, those next four are brutal. Those are all playoff teams.
And the Rams were also a team that took them to one drive away from eliminating them from the playoffs last year.
Exactly. And then they still have.
What is Matt Stafford?
But they still have the Bills. They still have the Chargers, the Packers, the Lions in the future as well.
This is the first schedule in NFL history that faces 10 former playoff teams.
I mean, if you win, that's why I said 5. You split those playoff teams. But yeah, if they go 13-4 or better, then good on them. So All right, that leaves the NFC North. That was fun. NFC North. Mad, what you thinking?
Well, we touched up on it the other day, but I mean, with the Micah Parsons deal and everything like that, Green Bay, I think, sits firmly at the top of this division at this point. That's just my honest opinion. I hate to say it like that, but I think they will.
Nick, we bet on this, right?
Yeah, and Detroit, good. I think it's going to be a little bit more. They're still going to make the playoffs. They're going to win 10 games, but I think Detroit is going to take a little bit of a step back with the new offensive and defensive coordinators that they have to replace. Chicago comes in with 9 games, and I think Minnesota is going to get a little dose of reality and come back down to 6-11.
Oh, this is a good take. Justin's watching. He's a frequent watcher. Keep your eye on Bo Collins. Really quick. Nick, what do you think of him?
Bo Collins?
Yeah. Any thoughts? I've heard of him.
I haven't heard of him at all, to be honest with you. If it's a Giants wide receiver, if their name is not Malik Neighbors, I don't care.
That's where I'm at too.
I'd rather have Corey Horton.
If their second best receiver is their tight end, but he's got a bad foot injury, so like Theo Johnson, that's it. Med, I like it. I think the Packers, it is their division now with Micah. I think people are insane if they don't think Micah is going to be locked the F in. This dude with injuries last year still had 12 sacks. Like the dude just gets 12 sacks minimum. I want to see how he goes the whole season. I hope they don't rush him to play if he's really actually injured. Be smart with your franchise player you just paid a ton of money to. But the Packers still have talent at linebacker, at safety. They're a little susceptible at corner, but they're not terrible. They've still got Rashawn Gary, who is solid. They've got Devontae Wyatt, who was pretty good last year. I don't know if Van Ness has anything. We'll see. The offensive line, they went and spent a bunch of capital in free agency and the draft. I like it. My biggest questions on this team are cornerback and then on offense about Love and the receivers. But you've got Josh Jacobs in a running game, so you can lean on that. I like them, but I'm not thinking Super Bowl yet. I'm just hoping they make noise this year. So I'm going to go 12 wins for them. Lions are at 11. The Bears, I'm going to shock you, Med. I think they get 9 wins. And the Vikings slip up with 7. I'm not putting that in I'm not.
Someone else agreed with me.
Hey, buddy. I can't gamble on the air, but I put bets with people I know on the Packers because I'm not to win the Super Bowl, but I think they're winning the North. The Lions lost both coordinators. It is. They're projected to win.
Not according to Nick, though, because I saw him shaking his head when I said the Green Bay Packers.
Dude, I've had him and Tam and Sundays for the League telling me the Packers are going to be 4th in the division, and I think that's
but
ridiculous.
I think you're going to go home via wild card game.
It's possible. Jordan Love might not be that guy.
I think that's what it is. I think the Packers fall out of Love.
I want to see him healthy, Nick. That's my thing.
That's great. You're going to go sack the crap out of the quarterback. But, man, scoring touchdowns is going to be tough with only Matthew Golden as your receiver.
You know, I honestly hope that I kind of wish they'd be aggressive. Get off it. This bullshit right here. Forget it, buddy. Okay. I agree with you. I like Tucker Kraft, though. If one of the receiver could step up, and if they don't, this is where I want to see if our GM could be aggressive and go acquire a dude. There's going to be somebody available. If they were smart, if you're not seeing anybody else, hell yeah, why not? Devonta Smith, he's barely being used. Perfect. You know how great either of those guys would be for us? AJ Brown would be better because we need a bigger bodied receiver. And don't tell me Christian Watson, because I don't think he's playing half the season. He tore his ACL in December. He's late November.
Devonta Smith is tiny. What are you talking about?
Well, I just think that's
a big bodied receiver. What are you talking
about? No, AJ Brown. I meant AJ Brown. But
okay,
Devonta Smith, I'd still be happy with him because he's better than anybody we have. But he's good.
Reed. You got Matthew Golden.
I think Reed the Lions could be win 3. This division.
I think Reed could be a 3. A good 3. But he can't masquerade as a 1 or a 2. He's just not it.
Oh, he's a 1.
Oh, shut up.
He's a 1 in Madden.
Golden could be a really good 2 or a fringe 1. You just, in this NFL now, you need 2 weapons. And we've got Jacobs, and I like Tucker Kraft, but I agree with Nick. We need another guy to step up. And if you want to get the most out of Jordan Love, I mean, look what Jared Goff had to work with last year. He had Jameson Williams in his breakout party. He had St. Brown, one of the best receivers in the league. And he had Laporta, who in a down year was still solid. And he had Gibbs and Montgomery for most of the season. There's a reason Jared Goff looked awesome. And his offensive line was stacked.
I was going to say his offensive line is probably the best one in the NFL right now.
Exactly. And he had one of the best running backs in the NFL, one of the best receivers in the NFL, one of the best tight ends in the NFL. He had a second receiver step up. Jordan Love hasn't had any of that support. So if you want to see what he's got, surround him with weapons. They're starting to figure it out. They've got the running back and the tight end set. They addressed receiver, but they might need to hit it more. That's what I think.
I understand. That's why I picked the Packers to finish third in this division.
Now, what are your records? You had the Lions at what?
Lions are going to win 12 games.
Okay. The Bears
are going to win 10 games.
Okay.
The Packers will also win 10 games.
Oh.
And the Vikings will win 5.
Yeah, I could see that if JJ sucks. It sucks for the Vikings because they love that team otherwise, but
I think he's going to be good, but I think he's going to be what everybody was sold Brock Purdy was. This like, oh my God, he's a system quarterback and everything. Whereas I think Brock Purdy has showed he can actually play within an offense.
Savion's one.
Yeah, Savion's a good one too. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like KOC really struck gold with Darnold, and the fact that he didn't want to just say, hey man, give me one more year. If Darnold sucks the first few games, we'll jettison him to another team that's going to need somebody, and we could make a buku. But instead, you let him walk in free agency when you didn't have to make JJ the starter. You could have been giving JJ team 1 reps if you wanted to. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
I still think Aaron Jones is good. The problem is that second receiver, like they had to go out and get Thielen. I kind of like that move actually, low key. But Addison just needs to get his head on straight because you've got TJ Hawkinson. Your all-line is solid. The defense has got the right DC, and it played great last year. I think they're going to come down a little bit, but you got a really good team. You got the coach. But I agree with you. The Bears, here's what I'm thinking. I think they make a late push and for a wild card, but I don't think they might start slow because I think Caleb's going to take a minute with Ben Johnson. I don't think it's going to be bad, but it's like what you saw with Love last year. He was hurt, unfortunately. If they can protect Caleb, that'll be the most important thing. But Med, do you agree? Do you think he'll catch on instantly, or do you think it'll take? I mean, you're getting a new OC. It usually takes 1 to 2 years.
Bears win week 1.
But do you expect the offense to be flawless and like be running all cylinders?
No, there's never going to be a flawless offense. There's always going to be hiccups. And I mean, this is the first year that Ben Johnson has, has become a head coach. Right. I mean, there's going to be some growing pains, but I think that Caleb is going to improve on what was really a decent, I would say decent to good rookie season, taking in the fact that, he was running for his life every time he hiked the ball. Dude got sacked 68 times. That was 2 away from the record that David Carr set back when he was, I think, in the second year of his Texans stint. So, but, he still threw for over 3,500 yards, still had 20 touchdowns, still only 6 interceptions. Do you want him to get rid of the ball? Yes. But also at the same time, he's a playmaker. And he can develop into that franchise quarterback that we've never had at Chicago. You're muted.
We're both muted. Oh, hey, a better Chicago Bears team is good for the NFL.
Oh, I agree. I like. Don't get me wrong. It's fun when we're kicking y'all's butt, but no, I want the whole division to be good. If the Vikings can, if JJ's it and Caleb's it, I think this division could be good for a long time. Detroit, what scares me about them is losing both coordinators, losing 2 offensive linemen, and that defense, I don't know if it's going to be able to stay healthy, and I question the secondary. I like Branch, but I think you can have them in the secondary. The only other question I have is, it's similar to what I have about Love. I just want to know if everything was right around Jared Goff, can you win a Super Bowl with him? Jalen Hurts just proved the answer yes. Yes, he can. Is Goff that guy? Because
Goff is better than Jordan Love.
Well, yeah, right now he is. I agree with that. He's had more time and he's had
career.
more.
There's never been a moment where Jordan Love has been better than.
The end of 23, it was better than he played pretty damn good. And
the end, not the whole. We're talking about year to year.
Yeah, I mean, he's only had 2 years, and yeah, so far it's just small sample size. I agree, but the thing with Goff, and it's less about pressure in his face now. He's getting better at like the pocket pressure. It's the pressure of the moment. Like he didn't do a damn thing in that conference championship, and last year it wasn't all his fault, but he did make a few mistakes that really cost him against Washington.
Well, he made a lot of mistakes that cost him that game against Washington.
Yeah, like. Don't get me wrong. Love's done the same shit. He didn't play great last year, and against San Fran, he threw 2 picks that were costly. So he has to prove
that he can play in big pressure games. When he's in Detroit, he's all right. But when Jaden Daniels was sitting there running that ball up and down the field, and they were just curb stomping the shit out of that defense, he could not keep up. So
teams that also lose 2 coordinators normally do well. The last 2 that I can think of were the 2012 or the 2013 Bengals, and they got 10 wins the next year. Mm-hmm. And then it was the 22 Eagles, and then they won 11 games the next year. So there's a chance that they lose, 2 extra games. They're still at 10, 11 wins. They're still very much contending to win this division.
I mean, if the defense stays healthy, you got Hutch, you got Branch, I like Campbell. You got a guy on each tier. That's what I'm hoping the Packers have. I like Cooper. You got McKinney. Now you got Parsons. You got a player at each level. And the Packers have done this before. When you get a dominant defensive player, pair him with a young QB, it's led to 2 Super Bowls. We just don't know if Love's that guy. But with Goff, like, you got everything you need on offense. But you lost both coordinators. That sometimes hurts a lot. And, I mean, he got to a Super Bowl at the Rams, but damn, Nick, I know it was Belichick, but the dude couldn't do anything. 3 points. The defense did their job. Tom Brady only scored 13. He just couldn't do a thing. I think he's a much better player than that, but I just don't know if it's in him. We're going to find out because I still think they've got the team.
So, you want me to give you some hope?
What, from the Packers or from the Lions?
From the Packers' perspective.
Oh, I think there's a lot of hope.
No, there's a simple hope for you guys.
What you got?
Brett Favre, and who's the one that won the title before him?
Are you talking about Bart Starr?
Yeah, Bart Starr, Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers all won their titles when they were 27, the same age that Jordan Love is now.
Ned, you're right. Sorry, we said we were going to try to go an hour. Sorry. We might go a little over, but no, you're right. I like it. I like it, Nick. Seriously, it's good. Okay, let's get off the Packers. We've done plenty of it. I wanted to talk a little bit, and I didn't mean to go that far. The AFC, let's just do the easiest division. The AFC South. Is there any case for anybody not named Houston Texans winning this division? Because I don't see it.
The Colts are not winning it. They'll win 4 or 5 games.
Jacksonville's not winning it.
Jacksonville has a chance to do something. I say something because they're doing the same running back by committee that Liam Cohen did for the Bucs. They do have a better defense. Joshua Hines-Allen, Travon Walker. They've got some guys on the defensive side. So they might be able to put together some wins. The only one I'm genuinely thinking could really shake it up could be the Titans. I still only think they win 7 games, 8 games.
Same.
But I do think the Texans win, but I think it could be Texans. Jesus Christ, who did I just blank on? Not the Colts, not the Texans. Oh, the Jaguars. There we go. That's what I'm thinking of. It's going to be Texans or Jaguars winning this division.
That's what I was thinking. I think it's the Texans because I want to see what about the O-line, but Christian Kirk's going to be out and Mixon's banged up. And they've got 2 rookies that I think could be good, but we don't know how good they're going to be right away. So the offense is kind of just going to be CJ Stroud and Nico Collins and Schultz. It's not a lot, but the defense is special. Like, that's one of the top 5 units. Like, Packers could maybe push into that tier, but you got the Broncos and the Texans are one of those other defenses that's right in your face. The secondary is good. They got a pass rusher. I like that team. But I am concerned about the offense and the offensive line. They've got a lot of problems. I still think it's their division to lose, though. I'm going to go Texans because it's such a weak division. I think they get 10 wins.
I think it's weak. Yep, 10.
Maybe 11. I'll go Texans at 10. I think Tennessee is second. I don't believe in Indy. I'm going to go Tennessee at 7 because I like Cam Ward in that defense, and they've got a running game. Drafted some receivers. Could be good. I don't believe in Indy at all. I'm going to go Indy at 5 wins, and Jacksonville, I'll actually go up to 6 because I like the BTJ and Travis Hunter experiment, but I don't believe in Lawrence, so I'm going 6 wins. So I've got Indy in last, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Houston. Med, what you thinking?
I think you're going to see some Colts fans on suicide watch for the next year.
Oof.
That is probably the second worst quarterback room in the NFL right now. So they will be finishing last. I got Jacks at third, Titans at second, with possibly a future offensive rookie of the year at their helm. And Texans, of course, taking this. It's just a terrifyingly weak division.
Oh, for sure. This is
100% agreed.
Might be the worst division in football. Okay, we're going to try to go about an hour, maybe just a little over. So we've got 3 more divisions to crush. AFC North. And man, I got to say, I think the AFC West is better. I don't love the AFC North outside of Baltimore. I don't know about Cincinnati's D, but I think Baltimore, I'm not picking them to win the Super Bowl because I need to see Lamar Jackson do it, but they should be one of the best regular season teams. I'm going to go 13-4 for Baltimore. I think Henry's still got it in the tank. They've got some weapons at receiver. Lamar Jackson's still a beast. That tight end, they're good. They improved the D. They have no reason to not blow everybody away in the regular season for the most part, other than losing week 1 to Buffalo. So I'm going to go Baltimore at 13. I'm going to go Cincy at 10. I think Pittsburgh finally has a losing season at 8-9. And I got Cleveland with 2 wins. I don't see it.
I got Cleveland with 5.
2, baby.
Steelers with 7. Cincy with 9, missing the playoffs, probably week 18. And then, I got Baltimore rolling like 12, 13 wins.
And I also want to try to, there's 2 or 3 great games on Sunday. I want to do quick picks, so we got to roll fast. Med, what you got?
So I'm going to go with the Ravens at the top, of course. I mean, I think Lamar Jackson's going to be playing out of his mind. It's just after being really, and truthfully, I didn't say it last year, but this past season, I think he should have won the MVP. The Bengals going at second. Possibly Joe Burrow even making a case for MVP. I mean, he's been killing it so far.
Oh, yeah.
Steelers, I think Mike Tomlin, this might be his last year in Vicksburg. And
I think so too.
The Browns, they're a dumpster fire. I mean, if they can catch water on fire, they can definitely burn this team down. But yeah, if you're putting your hopes and dreams in a 43-year-old quarterback whose arm has long been gone, you got issues. Browns, if they win 2 games.
Gotcha. Cool. I like it. All right, we got 2 more, and I do want to hit we got a couple big award predictions, but there's a couple good games I want to fast talk on Sunday. Okay. We talked about tonight's game. We've got the AFC East. Let's do East. I actually think New England could make some noise here, but Buffalo is going to roll at 13-4. I'm the only thing concerned is is Keon Coleman going to step up? Will they have another guy other than Shakir step up at receiver? But they got James Cook and Josh Allen. The defense is going to be better. McDermott's a good coach. This is my team to maybe go to the Super Bowl. I've got Buffalo. I'm spoiling it, but I got Buffalo at 13-4. I think New England could surprise at 9-8. I like the weapons. I like Drake May. I want to see what they do offensively, if they've got enough, and if the defense takes that step forward with Vrabel. But I think they're a candidate to be kind of like Washington last year to make some noise, but we'll see. So I got New England at 9-8. Miami's a team I don't believe in. I'm actually going to go Jets at 7-10, and then Miami at 7-10 as well. I just don't see it with either team. I think the Jets could surprise and get a couple wins, but I don't know. I don't like the vibes out of either team. Nick, what you thinking? Or sorry, Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to go.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay.
Yeah. No, you got you, man.
I also had the Bills at 13-4. I mean, the rest of this division, they own them now. I mean, it's like watching the Patriots during the Tom Brady era. But I actually have the Jets at 8-9. I really do like that defense. I think that is probably, in my opinion, a Super Bowl winning defense that is unfortunately tagged to a Pop Warner team of an offense. It's just is what it is. Justin Fields, he has the talent, but he just never puts it together. And when he collapses completely at the most inopportune time he can. But the Pats, I like their defense. They invested heavily in the offseason with it. I like Mike Vrabel as the coach. Great coach. Got the right guy. They just need to put more emphasis on that offense. And So I have like 7 wins with them, and Dolphins I actually have at 4-13. So,
I'm right there with you. 5 wins for the Dolphins. I think McDaniel gets fired before the end of the year.
Yeah.
The Dolphins absolutely collapse into nothingness. I think New England's barely better. Like New England might be a 7-win team. They might be an 8-win team, but they're not a 10-win team. And then after that, I think the Jets are kind of around the same. I can see them finishing 7 or so. I do think Aaron Glenn turns it around. I do think overall that defense is going to really hum. So that's what's going to keep them in games. But, of course, Buffalo's going to roll this division. Yeah, 12, 13 wins. And I think the only way for them to make it to a Super Bowl is Josh Allen has to be the MVP. It's going to be Josh Allen or bust.
Yeah, and we'll see what Joey Bosa does for them on that defense.
Yeah, probably nothing.
I think so too.
That'll be more than what Von Miller did.
Yeah, I was about to say people are getting excited about Von Miller. I'm like, just this was 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
He was 32 3 years when they signed him. It was like, why?
He's 36 now, I believe.
Yeah.
So, like, there's just some guys can play that long. Like Julius Peppers was still solid at 36. Like, there's been guys at 36 that are still rolling. Jerry Rice was still a freaking Pro Bowler. But there's some guys, it's just your body just can't do it anymore. It's the NFL. All right, toughest division in the NFL, the AFC West. I've got the Broncos winning the division. It might be a tiebreaker situation, but I got them going 12-5. I also have the Chiefs at 12-5, but the Broncos win the tiebreaker. Chargers falling off a little bit. I got them going 9-8, and the Raiders a little bit more competent at 7-10.
I'm basically in line with that, except I think the Chiefs are better than the Broncos.
I think they might be, but I think they win about the same amount of games. I just like the Broncos defense a lot better than the Chiefs.
I think that you're sleeping on the Chiefs defense, and I'm normally one to say that like the Chiefs defense is going to finally take a step back. As long as they have Spags, it's never going to take a step back.
They might wake up. They might wake up. They might have. That might have been the kick in the butt they needed in the Super Bowl. I think that's a possibility.
Speaking of, you guys were talking about that earlier, Travis Kelce, and I never interjected myself. You want to know why Kelce played so bad during the Super Bowl? He wanted to propose to Taylor Swift, and he knew he couldn't do it after a loss. And they were immediately down hard. That is my tinfoil hat theory of why that all went south. So that's why this year he's hoping to get back. He's already engaged, everything like that. Like I genuinely feel like that's what it was.
Peter's finally here. I like it. I think he's gonna be hopping on next week.
Yeah, he also said the Colts, the Arch Manning question.
Yep. Oh, I see it there. Colts most likely. I don't know if the Giants. Yeah, those two teams. And we'll see about Jackson Dart, though. I've heard some good vibes, but the Colts and the Saints.
I've liked what I've seen from Dart so far.
Dart looks good.
If he's good, the Giants, the D-line's good. You're starting to build what they won Super Bowls with a D-line, a darn good receiver. They just got to build the rest of the roster. But that D-line is special. Matt, what's your AFC West?
I have the Chiefs taking it at 11-6, the Broncos at 10-7, Chargers at 9-8, and the Raiders at 4-13. It's Geno Smith. I mean, I know he was a former Pro Bowl quarterback under Pete Carroll, but that division, it's just too good, and they're just going to beat the crap out of each other. That's why I have the Chiefs not winning 12-13 games this year, or the Broncos winning 12 or 13 games. I think they're going to just beat the crap out of each other. There's not one week where you can sit here, other than the Raiders, where those three teams, you might even see it tonight, the Chargers sneak a win out of Brazil. I mean, it could happen.
Well, even the Raiders defense was 11th in points last year. There's just no weak link. It was the 1, 2, and 3 scoring defenses last year. It was ridiculous. Nick, did you give your score records?
Yeah, but they're basically in line with Med, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I mean, worst case, to be honest, I'm a little bit higher on the Raiders than you guys. I think they could be 6-7 wins. I think
that's what I had.
The Chargers could fall to 4, depending on what happens with Herbert. Because in my opinion, Herbert's not a high-level quarterback.
I agree with that.
you and
you're preaching the choir. There are so many Herbert lovers, and sorry, buddy, he's 0-2 in the playoffs, and
there's a reason why Sherbert isn't ice cream.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I really want to talk a couple week 1 games, but before we do that, who's your guys' MVP this year?
I've already put this out there. It's Lamar Jackson.
I'm going to Allen in a repeat. Ned?
Oh, I said Lamar Jackson.
Who wins the Super Bowl?
Lamar Jackson.
Who do you got, Ned?
I have the Eagles.
Okay, so who goes to the Super Bowl from the AFC? Who makes it? So you've got Eagles versus who?
I'm going to go Eagles, Bills.
Eagles, Bills. Okay. I'm going to go Bills. You guys are going to be pissed at me. I want to say Packers so bad.
Go ahead and say I'll just talk shit to you for the rest of the year.
No, you know what? If I do it and they don't make it, because I legitimately think it took a couple years with Reggie White. Well, I'm still concerned about Detroit, and I still want to see if Love. Like, I think they're still the youngest team in the NFL. I'd be, if they did that now, that'd be amazing.
From a talent standpoint,
they're getting there. They're getting close.
They're getting there, but who was your number one the other day? Don't backtrack now.
It's Philly, but I didn't like what I saw last night. I will go.
It's the first game.
Yeah, it's just tough to repeat. I just
first
think
game jitters, dude.
It's not Detroit. Yeah, but they're still the best team. I'll go Philly against Buffalo. Is that what you just said? And I'm going to pick Buffalo to win it.
Ooh.
Josh Allen's going to get one. Nick, what you got?
Ravens, Lions. Ravens go.
If the Lions make a Super Bowl, that's the day. But they're another cursed team. I just got to see it.
That's how Lamar gets it, because the Lions are cursed.
Well, I got to see them get to that Super Bowl. They haven't even. Like Lions fans are acting like they've won 3. Like, get there. Detroit's first spot. If you're watching
a Super Bowl, you might as well just go ahead and go to the nearest church, because the apocalypse will be upon us. Those guys
bring it. I wanted it to be last year in New Orleans. Imagine a Ravens Lions or a Ravens Philly in New Orleans. That would have been.
I could see the Ravens Philly too.
That would have been lit.
So I quickly want to talk about a couple week 1 games fast, because we're at an hour. The game starts in 10 minutes. So I'd say we got about 7-8 minutes. All right. I'm not talking about Tennessee Titans and Broncos or the Panthers Jags, even though I'm excited to watch Travis Hunter. I'm talking about
Jags.
I'm talking about Packers Lions. Green Bay is favored by 2 in Green Bay. I wouldn't be shocked if Green Bay lost this game and then won in Thanksgiving in Detroit. I think that's actually what's going to happen. But I'm going to go ahead and pick my Packers. Just be a homer. A little over half the bets on Yahoo, which is BetMGM, are on Green Bay. More of the money's on Detroit. I think Green Bay can pull this one out. Micah needs to play, but they need to not rush him. I'm going to go Green Bay wins a squeaker, 27-24. Nick, what's your prediction?
The exact same thing. Flip the winner.
I could see it. We lost 3 last time. I get it. Matt, who wins Green Bay, Detroit?
I want to say Green Bay, but also at the same time, lately that Lambeau Field has become Ford Field too.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams owns that place.
Well, also, that's funny. That's funny. But Detroit sucks on Thanksgiving at home, so I do think that we maybe lose this one. Micah's not ready, and we win in Thanksgiving. I think we're going to split this year. All right, Tampa Bay. This isn't a great game, but I'm just curious. Tampa Bay, Atlanta. You guys think Tampa finally beats Atlanta? They actually lost them twice last year.
That's kind of crazy if you think about it, but
right, and they won the division.
But Tampa Bay will take them.
Nope, not. I'm going Atlanta. Atlanta's my division winner.
I'm going Tampa. I think Tampa wins it. Okay. Houston. This is a good game. The rest of these are really good. Houston, Texans at Rams. Rams are favored by 3.
Rams.
It's not even close.
Yeah, I got to go Rams too. Although the Texans D can travel, but they've got a lot of injuries right now. Kirk isn't going to play. I don't even know who the second receiver is going to be. I like Higgins, but we'll see. I'm going Rams too. Ravens, this is a good one. Sunday Night Football. Ravens Bills. I'm going Bills, baby. Ravens are favored. And Lamar Jackson can't beat Josh Allen. It's like the Josh Allen Mahomes thing. You just can't get by him. So
even though I said the Bills are going to the Super Bowl, I think Lamar Jackson wins this one.
Agreed.
I could see it. It's going to be a good one.
I think it's going to be a rout.
That's hilarious. Who wins?
The Ravens.
How much?
Again, like something crazy, like a full touchdown.
48-17.
I just don't think Josh Allen's going to let that crap happen. But
the problem is Josh Allen can't win by himself. And if you look at that defense now, and they added Mike Green, get out of here, dude. That defense is going to be insane.
Here's my thing, though. Eagles, like I hear this every year, but then Baltimore.
The best team he could have went to.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. All right.
The same thing with the Eagles. They got Jihad. That fell to the perfect team.
Oh, I mean, that's.
I love this. Yeah. The Lamarvelous timeline.
Lamarvelous timeline, bro.
And look at you, Aaron.
Aaron. I got to see Lamar Like, he's got all the talent. They had a better team to me than Buffalo last year, and yet Josh Allen won in Buffalo. It's in Buffalo. What is Josh Allen's? You know what? Instead of asking the question, I'm going to answer it. What is Josh Allen's home record? Does he lose at home? Home record. I got to see this. 43-13.
Really
50-15, including the playoffs. That's ridiculous. I think he wins it. If it was in Baltimore, I'm with you guys. So I just got to do that.
He just doesn't have anybody to throw it to. Keon Coleman's not good enough.
Shakir is solid.
Shakir is coming off of an injury.
That's it. I was going to say Shakir is pretty much it.
I mean Dalton Kincaid is
Dalton Stone Hands Kincaid.
I mean, he makes Mark Andrews look good.
Yeah.
All right, and then let's do Mad's game because I think it's a fun Monday night one. Minnesota favored by 1.5 in Chicago. That's a rough draw for JJ in his first start, and that's a tough draw for Caleb in his second year, even at home against that Minnesota D. I don't know what to think of this one. I'm going to go Chicago because they're at home, but damn, that's a close game. What do y'all think?
Bears, let's go. Take it to the bank.
That's what I'm thinking.
Tear down.
What's up,
I'm
BBB?
not even saying that as a homer. I actually do think
I think so too. But I think it's because JJ's coming off an injury. It's not just that he's playing his first game ever. He's coming off an ACL. I think that's going to take a minute, more than Caleb's going to take a minute.
Well, so is Jay Jettis is coming off a hamstring. Jalen Naylor's an ankle.
Story. Yeah, I mean, you got injuries all over the place. I'm with you. If Justin Jefferson's fully healthy, even against Jalen Johnson, he might cook because it's Justin Jefferson. But Aaron Jones is going to have to go off, and JJ McCarthy's going to have to make no mistakes, and the defense is going to have to be locked the F in. There's a lot of things I think that have to go right for Minnesota. For Chicago, it's just don't let Caleb get sacked 17 times. That's pretty much it.
And I mean,
Caleb sometimes sacks himself, but
that's true.
Get rid of the ball. Just throw it. Just don't run all over the damn place and read the field.
And now he finally has a coach that's showing him how to watch film. Like
someone that actually knows what he's talking about when he says offensive stuff. And another thing a lot of people don't, I mean, yes, the Ben Johnson hire gets a lot of hype, but I think that Dennis Allen becoming the defensive coordinator for Chicago Bears is just as good.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you look at the defenses that were in New Orleans. I mean, yeah, they sucked when he was down there, but at least the defense played good. So
true story. Well, guys, I'm sorry that I had to go earlier this week, but it was because of we're going to do this panel once a month. I think we'll have another one before I go on my cruise. But I wanted to do this before the game. Every other week, it's going to be Friday nights at 9. It was just a special occasion because we got this one Friday night game. But Nick, what you got coming up? Let's go ahead and close so people can go watch the football game.
Well, I have been streaming on Tuesday night, so if you guys have fantasy questions, I set all 100 of my fantasy teams up on Tuesday nights. So hit up the waiver wire, do everything like that. I'm of course working with Blitz Sports Media as well, so I'm updating on injuries and all that other stuff. If you guys have any questions, I'm over there.
Cool. Med, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
This is a fun show, guys. I enjoyed this. I've got 3 more next week, and then I cool it off, but with like 1 a week. But Med, you got anything? You going on any shows soon? We should do the BCP one sometime.
Yeah, I mean, I can reach out to people. I mean, that hasn't been a big issue with me lately, but
you've been on a lot of shows. You've been keeping busy.
Yeah, now, so I don't feel retired, but
no, you know what? Now you get to retire a little bit. I'm not gonna call you for a little bit. I think unless you're itching, because now
I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of an itch.
Yeah,
this is fun, but yeah, I mean, I enjoy talking football. I like talking football.
I know, man. I got an interview sort of tomorrow to talk about streaming games and getting paid. I'll let you know how it goes.
Nice. I'm going to start streaming games on the 13th.
Nice, man. So it's kind of like Twitch for live sports. I'm going to find out if it's real. But everybody, I appreciate you guys watching. Here's what I got coming up. Tuesday, I got the Power Sweep and Sounds Gouda. And then I'm going to go on Mr. First Down show most likely on Wednesday night. And then next Friday, I got Art Vigil hopping on. Undefeated Live and Peter in the comments living for JC, and we will talk about Undefeated Live. We'll talk the Packers play the Commanders next Thursday, and we'll preview the week 2 games. And I'm doing some fantasy stuff for that Sports Network, so we'll talk some more fantasy next week. I wanted to today, but we had a lot to hit. So thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Go like and subscribe to Roll Coverage Pod, to Fun Football Pod. Which show?
You should call
Deshaun's
it-
to
One
the
of those.
sideline. He's with us. And go check
Yeah,
out.
I'm with Fun Pulse, evidently.
He's like, is this thing right here? It is Fun Pulse Network. But yeah, no, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And go check out all the content on the network. And yeah, we'll see you guys again soon. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that when I comment. Later night.
See ya.